Welcome back to the listening room, everyone. My name is Benjamin, and once again, Landon is joining us for the next ranking. We're doing Metallica today. They have sold the most records of any metal band by a decent bit, and they're one of the most, I would say, famous of the heavy genre, if not the most famous. I would say who doesn't know Metallica, but then again, in today's culture with less of the heavy genre, rock has been out the door for a little bit, so there are probably people that don't know them. But if you don't and you haven't listened to them, check them out. They're really good, and we're going to do the ranking. There's 11 albums. We're going to start with our least favorite and work our way to our favorite, and you're going to kick us off with your least favorite.
All right, my least favorite, my number 12, is actually 72 Seasons. So we were originally going to do this ranking video.
Are there 12 or 11?
There should be 12 because there was 11 last time, and I had to add it on because we didn't do this one right.
Oh, I missed it. There's 12 studio albums. Sorry, folks.
We were going to originally do this ranking, but I had accidentally listened to 11 of the albums and not this one. This is their newest one. And it went in last place. I did not enjoy it nearly as much as the other ones. I don't know if it sounded different or I didn't like the lyrics as much, but it just felt really bland to me, especially compared to their previous releases, because this one was released in 2025?
No, I think that was 23, I thought. Is it
23?
I thought it was a couple years ago. Let me look
Really?
that up. Maybe I'm incorrect in that. But it doesn't feel like it's been that long ago.
You're right.
It is 23? Okay. It doesn't feel like it's been terribly long ago, but 2 years already? Jeez.
But it just wasn't my favorite. It didn't sound like the rest of them, in my opinion. Maybe that's because it is a newer one. But, yeah, number 12, 72 Seasons.
All right. My number 12, I couldn't get through it. It's Lulu. Hate
Really?
that record. I don't know what they were thinking collaborating with Lou Reed. I don't like his stuff. I don't like his vocal styles, his musicianship. I don't like any of it. And for them to collaborate, I don't have the record, if I haven't stated that already. But I hate it. Like, I could not get through one song.
Really?
And I have never done that on an album. Not once. Not even my next choice. Like, that is easily the least favorite thing I've listened to on any of the rankings.
Thanks.
I could not stand it. So, that's my next choice.
That's crazy. My number 11 is actually Lulu. I would have to agree with Benjamin on that. I did finish it.
I'm sorry.
But it was just not that great of an album. Part of me would have probably switched 12 and 11, so I probably would have switched 72 Seasons with Lulu, but that doesn't change the fact that Lulu was a horrible album. Yeah, and then you said who did they collab with?
Lou Reed. Man, that was a disaster. That was the last thing he recorded before he died.
Really?
Yeah. I found that out only because I looked it up, not because I really care about the artist. But I'm like, ugh.
Well,
anyway.
That's a horrible way to go.
I know.
With your last album being so bad. But, yep, number 11 is going to be Lulu.
Yeah.
Number 11.
What's funny is, so my number 11 is Saint Anger. I didn't like it, but I at least got through most of it. It suffers badly from horrible mix. Like, it was mixed very badly, and the drum snare is absolutely the worst thing I've heard for a drum snare in my life. It sounds like he's hitting pots and pans and cardboard boxes. It's just rough. It needs a serious remix. If it had a remix, it might not be that bad. Like, I did not like it. Which is why I don't have it, and I was very frustrated with it. But I didn't actively hope that I don't know. Like, Lulu was just in another category of bad. Saint Anger's bad. It was a tumultuous time for the band as well, so I don't know really what they were thinking. It doesn't excuse it, but it needs a remix, and I think it would be a little better, but I'm not a huge fan of the songs themselves. So that's my next pick.
All right. Well, my number 10 pick is also Saint Anger. So I guess we got a lot in common on this one.
Yeah, so far.
I'd have to agree with you on what you said about the drums. And also, what was your favorite song on that one? Did you have a favorite song?
I think it was Invisible Kid. Wasn't the worst.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Did you have a least
the
favorite?
fifth least favorite. I think it was. I don't really know, cause like maybe Shoot Me Again. I don't know. That's kind of tough, cause there's a lot on there I didn't like. So.
Well, me personally, my least favorite song was Purify on that.
Oh wait, yeah. Yeah, that's my least favorite. That one's a bad one.
That one was hard to listen to.
Along
But
with the rest of the album.
honestly, I think they're just gonna get better from here.
Oh yeah.
They are. But yeah, Saint Anger is gonna be my number 10 pick.
I'm trying to hear. Is this the one? Okay, this is the one. That song needs a remix, like badly.
Really?
Yeah, that's the song and no vocals in that one.
Mhm.
I didn't like the vocals in that one. I don't know if that one. That one's pretty close to my least favorite, but I think Shoot Me Again is probably my least.
Yeah.
Okay, my number 9, and let me pull up my notes.
You're on number
but-
10.
Oh, I'm on number 10? Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
because I keep getting mixed up on those. Yeah, that's it. Reload. The Memory Remains isn't horrible. I don't love it. The Unforgiven 2, to me, was my favorite on the album. Even though it was literally a sequel to The Unforgiven from Metallica, self-titled, or as known as Black Album. I don't like Fuel. Like, I know a lot of people like Fuel. I don't like that song. There's just a lot on here that, like... okay, so with these two albums...
Said you don't like Fuel?
No, which is kind of weird. But, because, like, I know a ton of people like that.
Yeah.
But with Load and Reload, in my opinion, they should have taken the best songs off of these albums and put it into, like, one. Otherwise, then you have a good record. But, like, I felt as though there's a lot of filler, especially from the Load album. Like, it feels as though these are, like, outtake songs to me. I don't know. Like, I know there's people that love these records, and they're not the worst, but, like, do I revisit them? Not necessarily. So, Reload's for me, but your choice is
Number
next.
9 is gonna be
Yes, sir.
also Reload.
Wow, okay.
These are pretty similar. I did not think they were going to be this similar.
Yeah, I'm kind of glad you put, in a way, 72 Seasons at last, just because this would have been very awkward if this list would have been identical.
My favorite song from this is Fuel.
Okay.
Which is completely opposite to Benjamin, and
That's-
I have my least favorite.
Fuel's not my least favorite on that album, but it's one of those I can't get into it for some reason.
Slither?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. That one I put as my least favorite. That's
Okay.
like around in the middle of the album. But it definitely wasn't bad as Saint Anger and
No.
and Lulu.
Nope.
But I don't know, just I agree with what you're saying. They should have really just put those two albums together, and I feel like they would have had a really great album.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, but just putting them separately just didn't really work out for them.
No.
But yeah, Metallica, Reload.
And they were released, I believe, a year apart. This one 96 and this one 97. But
Really?
speaking of this one, this is next. Load. This one I used to like a lot more. Back in my early history with metal, this one, specifically King Nothing, that is a great song. That's my favorite on the album.
Really?
Yeah, I love that song. Until It Sleeps, I do like, and then opening track. I'm not gonna say that loud, but
What is the opening track, Benjamin?
You can read it, sir. I don't like Mama Said on the album.
Really?
No, I thought that was a pretty lousy track. The rest is just meh for me. It's not the worst. It's not... I liked it a lot more
Yeah.
back in the day. 2x4 is pretty good. But, I don't know. I don't revisit it as much. Although I didn't hate myself when I listened to it.
Yeah.
Not these last, not Blow to Reload, but the ones before it that I won't even mention. Just bye.
All right, my number 8.
Seriously?
Yeah, I'm so serious.
Oh my gosh.
It's Load.
We did a copy paste, except for say 72 seasons. This is nuts.
I agree. I did like this one better than Reload. Otherwise, these two would have been swapped out. Bleeding Me is gonna be my favorite song on this one, and then Poor Twisted Me is gonna be my least favorite. But 2x4 is good, and then the opening track, whatever that one's called, is pretty good. But I wouldn't say this one. I actually really like this one a lot more. I know it's higher up on the list, but I actually really like this one more than I do Reload.
Oh yeah.
Even though it's just one above it, I really enjoyed Load more than I did Reload. I thought I had a lot better songs. And then obviously they should have just combined the two albums, and they would have had a really great album. I think that would have been really successful.
Oh yeah.
But
I mean, they sold a ton for sure. Load sold a ton. I think Reload did too.
But yeah, my number 8 is gonna be Load.
My next one, I think I know which one that's next. Yeah, Death Magnetic. That was a good one. I like it. This is a lot like this is where we're starting to like up the ante a little bit. Not a bad comeback album for them. They had released Saint Anger 7 years prior, so this is a definite step up. I like the album cover. It's pretty cool. That Was Just Your Life. I do like that song like a whole lot, but it gets stuck in my head, and then I hate it for a while.
Really?
And then, I don't know, like the riff just gets real stuck in my head. The Day That Never Comes, The Unforgiven 3 I do like. And then My Apocalypse. It's good. But
The album cover is pretty cool.
yeah, I mean, I like though on this because it has you can actually like see that, yeah,
That's pretty cool.
because it actually like opens up like the coffin, and then it's got like lyrics
That
and
actually
stuff
is really
inside.
cool.
That's really cool. It's a good concept. I liked it. This and the next one, like after the next one, everything is like top shelf for me.
Really?
Yeah, so that's my... Okay, we've done these, so this can head out.
Okay, my number 7 is gonna be Hardwired to Self-Destruct.
Okay.
First off, that's a pretty interesting album cover. I don't know if I love it. I don't think I love it, but
I don't
I'm not
love
gonna say
it.
that it's not pretty interesting.
It's clever. A little bit.
The back is also pretty clever. Almost looks like a cow. It's not.
Well, it looks like they're ready to, like, explode. That's the Hardwired to Self-Destruct.
Yeah.
So, but, like, it's a little funny.
But overall, a great album. I really liked all the songs on here. I think there was one that I didn't like. Murder One. That's the one I didn't like. And then also my favorite one was gonna be Spit on the Bone.
Yes.
But besides Murder One, I enjoyed every song on here. Overall, I just think the album just went together really well. I don't know how other people feel about this album, but I just
pretty
think
well received.
I think it really went together. Like it all the songs went together into this album really well.
Yeah.
Which I don't see a lot from a lot of rock or heavy metal bands. A lot of the songs will be kind of different, but but overall, Hardwire to Self-Destruct at number 7. I'm pretty confident in that pick. It was also released in 2016, so it's a little newer. When I think of Metallica, I think of like
we're like newer, but it's 9 years ago.
but yeah.
That's scary that 2016 was that long ago.
But yeah.
72 Seasons is next for me. I don't I'm surprised this one made it a little higher than this one, just because. But like when I was listening to it, I didn't feel quite as confident with this one. I enjoyed it. I mean, obviously there's people that do, there don't. It's more people like I get it, like why people wouldn't enjoy this album. If I can pull up the track listing real quick because it's not showing on the back. I have not opened this. I bought it at Walmart and haven't opened it yet, but someday. Opening track, 72 Seasons, I enjoyed. My favorite is You Must Burn. It's a slower track, but it feels like doomier, a little heavier. So I thought it was pretty cool. Screaming Suicide and Shadows Follow. The first, and Lux Eterna. Lux Eterna is good. But except for If Darkness Had a Sun, to me the last half is lacking in this. Like, I thought the first opening half was pretty good, but the last half kind of just fizzled out for me. So
I can definitely see that.
I'm not like upset where anybody places this. Like, this is kind of a weird wild card one. Like, where do people put this?
Yeah.
Like, I haven't really seen a ranking with it in there yet. But everybody's got their own opinion on it, and that's fine. It's its own thing. The album cover is a little goofy, but it's I didn't hate it that much. So that's next for me. And then everything from here on, really like. So.
All right, well, my number 6 is gonna be, here it is, Death Magnet. Death Magnetic. Sorry. There you go. Embarrassing.
You do this at least once every year.
I know. I like this album. I did like how the thing, like the coffin opened up when you open up the little pamphlet and everything. My favorite song from this one was All Nightmare Long, and then my least favorite was gonna be Unforgiven Ill. That's what it's called. The Unforgiven Ill.
The Unforgiven 3.
3? That's what I called.
They wrote 3 of them.
It was hard to tell.
I think that's the third one because it's on.
Yeah, it's a little hard to tell because it either looks like 3 or Ill. I couldn't really tell.
Oh yeah.
Unforgiven 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That one I did not like at all. Which I feel like I have a least favorite in almost all of these albums.
Yeah.
It gets a little less going up from here on out. But if they're gonna be a least favorite from here on out, it's not gonna be like I hate them. I think this is the last one that I really just didn't enjoy in my least favorites. Was this album well received?
I think it won a Grammy.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay,
Like,
I can see
for
why. It
best
was
heavy
really
metal
great.
album. Yeah.
This is definitely a great album, and this came out in 2008. So yeah, I mean, pretty great album for 2008. And when I was saying before, when I think of Metallica, I think of like 90s. But it's interesting to see how much just other releases that they have like later on.
You think 90s, but probably because of only one album, because the two of them you didn't care for so much.
Yeah, but like, yeah, I just think when I think of Metallica, I don't think of 72 Seasons, you know? I don't think anything that new.
No.
I didn't even know that album existed. But, yeah. Number 6, Death Magnetic.
Thank you.
Get that one out of there now.
Get it out. Okay. Looks like our top 5 is going to be the same. This one I enjoyed quite a bit. Hardwired to Self-Destruct. A little bit issue though for me. Side A is ridiculously solid. Side B has an incredible opening, and well, there's like 2 discs in here, so it has Confusion to start it and Spit Out the Bone to end it. Awesome. Spit Out the Bone is my favorite probably on the album as well. But like anything, Confusion and anything on the first disc, incredible. To me, the issue is a little bit in between like Confusion and Spit Out the Bone on disc 2. It's a little bit weaker for me, but it's not as weak as like 72 Seasons last thing. I just think they aren't as memorable. But like, I do enjoy going back to this one. This one is pretty great. So everything from here is solid masterpiece. So you're number 5, I believe.
My number 5. This one's just called Metallica, right?
Yeah, people refer to it as the Black Album, but it's literally just called Metallica. It's not called the Black Album, technically.
Okay.
That album
This
sold
one's got the snake on it.
millions of copies.
Don't step on snake.
Don't tread on me.
Don't step on snake. You ever seen that?
No.
No. They'll have like the snake on there, but they'll make it look more cartoonish, and it'll say "Don't step on snake." Yeah.
Not seen that.
Pretty
before.
funny. The album cover is a 10 out of 10, honestly.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
The black with the snake. It's
Mhm.
so simple, but I love it. My favorite song from this one was going to be "Wherever I May Roam,"
Mm-hmm.
and then my least favorite was actually going to be "Don't Tread on Me." I don't think it's a bad song. I just think it might be. I don't know. It's a little. Maybe I'm thinking of the little too popular, or maybe I'm thinking just a little too cheesy. But I like the songs on them. I like all these songs. So this is one of those albums where the least favorite, I don't like it. I don't not like it. I'll listen to it, and I love listening to it.
It's not your preferred track.
It's just and I got to pick a favorite and a least favorite. I mean, that's what I've been trying to do. But I mean, every one of these, Enter Sandman, that's the first ever song that I ever listened to. That from Metallica. So, I mean, overall, it's just a really great album. When I think of Metallica, I actually think of this probably because of Enter Sandman.
Most people would.
But yeah, number 5 is gonna be their Black Album.
And it's my number 5.
Look at that.
I used to like this one the most. I think. Did I ever like this one the most? Maybe early on, but it wouldn't have been for long. Enter Sandman's great. Holier Than Thou is really heavy. Of Wolf and Man is awesome. The Unforgiven is probably my favorite track on it. I know it's a slow one, but I really enjoyed it. Wherever I May Roam. I do like Don't Tread on Me. Through the Never's good. I don't care as much for Nothing Else Matters anymore. I used to like that one a lot more, but it's not one of my favorites as it used to be. I don't know why. Yeah, it's slower, but like The Unforgiven is, I don't know, also slow, but I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
This album sold 1 billion copies, and they played a lot of the stuff from here on Live in Moscow, which is a cool concert to watch. Sea of people. It's just not gonna be one, like, it'll be one I may reach for certain songs, but everything from here on I listen to more, like the most. If I'm gonna listen to Metallica, it's gonna be their first 4 albums, which actually is also gonna be for you, which I did not expect. So that's great. Next up.
Okay, my number 4 is gonna be Kill 'Em All.
I was certain that was gonna be your least favorite.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Because it's very raw and
I don't know. I enjoyed
different.
it. I didn't think I was gonna enjoy it, but I really did.
Yeah.
I do agree with you saying that it's raw. But yeah, I put raw and then very. I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to think of the other word for it. When I think of like heavy metal, I think all of them have like this kind of album, and I really didn't think that I was gonna like this one, and I had actually heard about certain things about this album, about them talking about it being like raw and everything, and I was like, I might not actually like that one, but I actually really did. My favorite songs from this one are gonna be Seek and Destroy, and then my least favorite's gonna be Metal Militia. Now, Metal Militia was a really fun song to listen to, but I just didn't really like
grab you.
Yeah, it wasn't very like memorable, if that's the word for it. But all these songs are really great. Now, if I'm like recommending Metallica, I'm probably not gonna recommend this album. But if you're gonna listen to the rest of Metallica, I definitely think that you should listen to this one. I kind of like the album cover on it. I like it.
Yeah, it's clever.
But yeah, my number 4, Kill 'em all.
All right. And Justice for All is next for me. I had this one a little higher on my list, but I'm like, I can't quite put it there. Some of these top albums tend to rotate a little bit. For me, Blackened, title track, Eye of the Beholder, and One, especially One. The best songs on the album. One is an incredible masterpiece. That it is such a great song and very heavy and lyrically and just in general. And that riff can explode planets. But the rest of it, while it's good, I don't think it's quite as memorable as the first 4 songs. Not to say Dyer's Eve is good, but it's one of those like albums that floats around on my list a good bit, but for now I have to have it at number 4. And I get, like, if you have it at number 1, that's fine.
My number 3 is going to be Injustice for All as well. Well, his number 4, mine is number 3, so this is probably the closest ranking we've ever done.
By a long shot.
That was crazy. We just knew it, especially at the beginning.
Yeah, for sure.
This one was very good. This one was very progressive, in my opinion. Like, this was a progressive album, if I would call it anything. My favorite song was going to be One from that one. Very good storytelling of a song.
Yeah.
And then my least favorite was going to be The Shortest Straw. It was good. I liked it, but it was repetitive compared to the rest of the other songs. But that's not to say that it wasn't a great song. And this album cover is pretty cool. But overall, number 3, top 3 for an album, that's it right there. And number 3 is And Justice for All. So we can get that out of the way.
And then Kill 'Em All. For a little bit, it was my favorite. But, like, I think what pulled it down just a hair was Anesthesia Pulling Teeth. It was a little, not necessarily out of place, but it just didn't grab me. Like, kind of like Middle Militia did for you, but I don't mind that song. Seek and Destroy, No Remorse is awesome. Four Horsemen's probably my favorite on that album. That is a ripping song. Jump in the Fire is fun. Motor Breath is cool. Opening track, Hit the Lights, is bad. The reason, like, it's their thrashiest album. Like, if you go back to 83, like, no one's really heard this style before. I don't think Slayer had released their 1983 album, but, like, their title, or that's not their title track. I don't remember.
That one definitely is different compared to the rest of the Metallica.
Yeah, and this is more raw, pure thrash, I guess, what people would. I don't really know about, like, pure, but, like, this is definitely the unpolished, like, complete headbanging, throwing yourself throughout the thing. Not to say some of the other stuff doesn't have that, but this for sure, like, you're gonna go crazy in a pit.
Yeah, I mean, it worked.
So that,
It didn't completely flop, even though it's different than other Metallica albums.
And that was something that, like people hadn't heard by that point. Like, you're in 1883, you're listening to, like, you might hear Sabbath, you might hear some other stuff, and then all of a sudden that gets thrown in the mix, and you're like, what is this?
Yeah.
But, yeah, they captured the audience, and especially with these next two.
Number 2 is going to be Ride the Lightning for me.
Good deal.
That's actually a pretty cool album cover.
For sure.
This is, in my opinion, this is a near perfect album. I wouldn't say it is a perfect album. I have other albums that were really, really great, but I don't think there's really a perfect one. But this one gets pretty close. But I really like the energy in this one, especially, which is kind of crazy because it's Ride the Lightning. So lightning is energy.
Get out of here.
My favorite song from that one's gonna be Fade to Black.
Yeah.
I don't know if that one's everyone else's favorite, but that one was very heavy for me, which I really enjoyed it. And then my least favorite one was gonna be Escape.
Yeah, that's
that one. That one fell a little out of place for me.
It is.
But definitely a great album. Ride the Lightning. I feel like this is a good. I made a good decision putting this at number 2.
That's fair.
But yeah. Ride the Lightning, number 2.
This album used to be my favorite for a long time. Master of Puppets. It is such a great record.
Mm-hmm.
When you open up with Battery, you're going crazy. I'm talking about, I think it's talking about the fans. Their fans.
Mm-hmm.
Master of Puppets, obviously. I mean, that song, when I heard it for the first time, couldn't stop playing it. Oh my heavens, that song blew my mind when I heard it.
It's a really great song.
Welcome Home Sanitarium is awesome. I love that song. Orion is an awesome instrumental.
Mm-hmm.
Damaging closes it. My favorite, either Master or Welcome Home Sanitarium. That's hard to pick because I really like those two. Listen to this in just nonstop. This whole album, from start to finish. Put on headphones and it is an otherworldly experience.
Yeah.
Well,
my number one's gonna be Master of Puppets.
Is there?
First off, that's a cool album cover. I actually like that a lot. This is, in, like, my eyes of Metallica, this is perfection right here.
Yep.
I know that, like, opinions can change. Obviously, Benjamin's listened to this one for a while. But I haven't listened to Metallica for very long, so, like, in my opinion, this is like near perfection.
Mm-hmm.
But my favorite song on this one's gonna be Master of Puppets, of course. I know that's everyone else's favorite song, but it definitely is a really great song. The opening on this song is really nice, and then Battery as an opening, like as an opener, is really great. My least favorite, I don't know how to pronounce it. Leper Messiah?
Yeah, you said it.
Yeah, there we go. That one, what did my notes say? It was still great, but slightly weaker than the rest of the lineup.
I would agree.
Which, not to say that it wasn't good, but it just didn't really compare. Like, it was definitely still a great song, but I had to have one of these songs go. This is my least favorite, and it just didn't compare to the rest of the songs. But Master of Puppets gonna be my number one.
Good deal. And you pretty much hit every nail on the head on this album. Ride the Lightning. Fade to Black is my favorite Metallica song.
Really?
Pretty much always has been. That song blew my mind when I heard it, and it still kind of does a little bit, just like how well they incorporated everything into that. Escape is my least favorite, but I don't hate it. I know the band hates it. Like,
really?
They played this album from start to finish, they got to that song, they're like, next song, we don't have to do this, do we? Which is funny, because they wrote it.
Dang.
Fire with Fire opens it up, and holy mackerel, like, you just get thrown in so quick, it's amazing. Title track's awesome. For Whom the Bell Tolls. Oh, what a great track. Obviously, Fade to Black's my favorite. Trapped Under Ice is good. Escape. Have you read the lyrics to Creeping Death?
No.
Yeah, it's the Exodus story about
really?
the Pharaoh.
Really?
In the plagues. But the Creeping Death is specifically about the Death Angel.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because they watched what's that long movie? The Long Bible movie. That's like 4 hours long or something.
4 hours?
Yeah, it's
No,
Ten Commandments. They watched
okay.
Ten Commandments and wrote that song. I haven't seen the movie, but read the story. And then Call of Cthulhu is a good closing instrumental. But yeah, I mean, that used to be my favorite. I've heard it enough. I'm not sick of it or anything, but this just took the edge, probably because of Fade to Black. So, that was very close.
That was.
That's
I was not
impressive.
expecting it to be that close.
No, I thought for sure Kill 'Em All you were like gonna completely throw in the trash.
Really?
Yeah. I don't mind 72 Seasons being at the bottom at all.
Yeah.
If I ever have to listen to Lulu and Saint Anger again, I probably will jump off of the highest roof possible. Because that was bad. But you don't have to listen to those albums. You can check them out if you want, but, I mean, first 5 albums especially, like, you kind of got to.
Yeah.
Like, those albums are iconic, and Master of Puppets sold a lot of records. Sold a lot of records, too.
Yeah.
I think Ride the Lightning did, too, but...
I believe.
Yeah, these three and the Black Album as well sold a good bit. But thanks for doing this.
Absolutely.
We have the Scorpions coming up next. So is that discography as good? Yeah, we'll talk about that later. So thank you all so much for watching, and we will see you all in the next ranking video. Take care, everybody.